Good morning, guys. It's Tina and welcome to the Qweendom. I know it's been a bit of a while. The last video you guys saw was me giving you an update on Brenda. It was actually a couple of weeks ago. Today is actually July the 12th and I'm taking you guys with me to view one of the homes that we might potentially be moving to. So I guess I'll give you a quick overview as to why we're moving. So I know some of you know the city that I live in. I'm not going to mention it. And my older kids are in high school at this point. And even though the city that I'm from, I absolutely love and adore, and I don't really want to move. Unfortunately, the school system in my city is not the greatest. It's not the greatest, to say the least, and that's putting it mildly. There's a lot of crime in the city that I'm from, and I want to give my kids a fighting chance, you know. I love my city. I love my neighborhood. My neighborhood is, the neighborhood I live in now is a pretty good neighborhood. Crime rate is okay, but you go around the corner from where I live and it's live, it's real, you know. It's lit, as they say now. And my son is going to 10th grade. My daughter will be going to the 9th grade. And it seemed like all of the schools that I had applied to for them in my city, in our city, they didn't get in. You know, it's so crazy because it seems like the city that I live in, if you actually try to make it out of that area, they make it so difficult for you. I've applied to schools and, you know, they met certain criterias and other criterias they didn't meet. It's like they want you to excel in everything that you do. And the reality of life for all of us, especially younger people, teenagers, life is difficult for them. You know, we don't give them enough credit. They're dealing with a lot, not just online, but in the real life, in the real world, whether it be in their homes or not. Like, things are difficult for them. I've applied to charter schools because the city I'm from, charter schools are really big. I've applied to charter schools, and charter schools are like an alternative to a public school education, and it's free. It's a free education, but it's supposed to be like comparable to private schools in a sense, and some of them are, and then there are others that are very similar to public school. So yeah, applied to so many schools for both of my kids and didn't get accepted. And then just applying to schools and having to tell them or opening a letter saying they've been put on a waiting list or they haven't gotten to a school is it's devastating for them too. So the city that we're moving to is a little bit far from where we live now. Not really far because it's still in Maryland. It's a better school system, and surprisingly, my nieces actually live in the city that we're moving to. They live, I'll assume they don't live far from me. I mean, I said far from me, like I'm already claiming this house that I came to see today. Look at God, right? Yeah, it'll be in the same city, and I've been looking at homes. I mean, I've been looking at the exact same school that my nieces go to so that my children won't feel out here all by themselves. You know, they'll have someone that they know and they grew up with that they can connect with, which makes a difference, you know. That's really about it. I guess I can tell you my feelings as to moving. Like, I'm the oldest of 4 children, and I'm most comfortable around my family, you know. I've always lived literally at max, I'll say maybe 10 minutes from my mom or my sister or my brother. And all of us live in different towns now. My brother lives a little bit further from us. We all still live in Maryland. Lives a little bit further from us. And my sister as well. From where I live now, they both live maybe about 20-25 minutes in opposite directions. And then, you know, we all want to do what's comfortable for us. And I don't want to always do what's comfortable for me, you know. I'm trying to teach my children that stepping out on faith is the thing to do, and that either way, at the end of the day, you'll be fine. And I know that we will, but just the initial fear and anxiousness is something that's real. It's something that's real. I'm definitely nervous about moving away from my family, my mom especially. But I know that things will work out. I know the reason that I'm doing it. I've prayed about it, and I know that the Lord is going to lead me to exactly where we're supposed to be. So that's the plan, you know. The kids, of course, have their reservations. My daughter's a little more excited than my son. But, you know, life is what it is. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. Like, the town that I live in, of course, I'm a brown person. The town that I live in and I'm from is a predominantly black area in a black neighborhood. And I love being around my people, and I'm most comfortable around my people. But the reality of America in this day and age, that's not reality, you know. It's not reality. I want to make sure I introduce my children to as many real life situations as humanly possible. Yeah, you know, the face of America is many different colors now. And I know that once they get into the workforce and into, you know, college, they'll see those kinds of things. But I just want them to be aware of those things and be able to appreciate the differences in people as well. Oh, it is 10:09 and things did not go as planned in terms of house. Definitely going to keep looking, probably not today. So this vlog will probably be today, which is the 12th of July, and I want to actually show you guys the house, so it'll probably be a combination of another one. I hear Billy back there. But my cousin is actually the one helping me look for the home. He is a realtor in the state of Maryland. And when I went onto the website of the app, it's called HomeSnap. It looks like somebody actually put an application in on a house on yesterday, and it's pending. So the likelihood of me getting that particular home is slim to none, unfortunately. And the other homes that are on that I don't want to say website, on that app that are in the neighborhood that I want the kids and my family, as well as Curtis and the little ones, to move in. They are way out of our price range, so we've got to go back to square one. But we're on our way to have lunch with my cousin. Well, breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it, because it's only 10.